Hello and welcome back to another part of our series in Company Interiors Academy. Once again, thanks ever so much for keeping with this. There is a lot of information and I would fully expect the same as I do courses. I just keep returning to them because I'm giving you a lot of information that I have spent months and months and months working out the sequencing of this and to put it into a package as to how I can teach and train you the best of my ability. So again, go back to them if you have to, but today I want to talk about what I'm calling the wagon wheel. Simply because I am trying to embed in your memory as deep as I possibly can the methods of automating this system and making it easier for you. So let's just do a quick recap on where we are. We know that we are heading towards our avatar. We know the perfect customer, the perfect prospect, what we are aiming at. So we've worked all that out and we've calculated that. So we're absolutely 100% clear. So now we're actually looking at the as part of the list sequence as to how you are going to keep in touch with that particular prospect list, your clients. You're going to stay in touch with the whole process of just promoting and self-promoting, and this will become an automated system. It's not something you will have to grind at every day or every week. You know, you need to get on with the day job. You know, you are designing, you are presenting, so you can sometimes delegate some of this, but the important thing is it is delegation and it is automation, and if you can't do that, it's elimination. But this process is so important to the to your future being of yourself and your business and your profession. So let's just go through exactly how we're going to do this. So we've spoken about the list. We're trying to create a list. We're trying to keep a list of our avatars. We want them as email addresses. We don't want them just as social media contacts, because that is not an asset. That's not something that we ever own. It will disappear, as will all the following that you've built up. So the importance is what you are developing, you need to capture it. So what we're saying is that we know that we've got a landing page. We know that's what we're steering people towards. The landing page is going to be our simple operation. It's our squeeze page. It's our offer. It's a simple digital page online that are adverts, everything we send to that, because then we know it's going to go off into our system. So first of all, before we talk about the system and the automation of that, how are we going to get where are we going to get our avatar from? Where are we going to attract them, and what are we going to do with them? This is the all-important question. Let's go green on this. So what we would do first of all socially, we have most people would have a Facebook account, and that is somewhere where you can have a business account. And Ben Heath is going to give you all of the information on how we're going to use that, and he's also going to be talking about paid Facebook ads. But before we get to that, Facebook ads, all of our social, we've got to make sure we're pointing it towards our landing page. That's where, by the time we finished our promotion about the latest granite worktops, if you want more information, you have the link which sends them straight to there. It captures their email address and then they follow into our process. We've got Instagram. Whatever your latest piece of information is, your case study that you're promoting, end the promotion with the direction and the link back to the landing page. If you are on Snapchat, take Snapchat, aim them back to the landing page, capture the information, and then we just rinse and repeat. YouTube, if we've got any YouTube presence, if we're doing any videos on YouTube, end in the comment link. Make sure you put the link which is going to send them back to the landing page. Podcasts, you might have some podcasts about some subjects. Then we look at paid advertising. This is what is going to get our numbers. This is where we're going to really identify the ones we haven't captured so far on our social networks. We will find them through our paid ads, and it's relatively inexpensive. And then finally, any emails that we're maybe sending out to our community, why not put a link on the bottom of your signature towards your landing page where you have a clear piece of information, maybe a video, and then a call to action, which will just ask them for further information, click here. So what I want you to do to start with this process is what we call the lowest hanging fruit. These are the easiest things that we can take from the tree. They're the lowest. We don't have to start getting all up into the tops of the trees with ladders and all the complications. Let's start with what we know. So the simplest things of what we know, the easiest people that we've got suppliers, we've got, let's call them affiliates. So affiliates are people within our marketplace, suppliers, anybody that is involved in your university, your college network, anybody who knows from within your trade circle things that you could maybe dive into their email list. Say, is it possible to collaborate and send an email? Put on the bottom of that your link to your landing page, capture that then onto your automated emailing system. So whatever we're doing with the wagon wheel, let's change pens again. Let's go back to black now. So these are our promotions. These are all of our promotions. And what you can do, spend some time here and think about all of your outside activities that you're doing for your business socially. You might be doing some talks at a local college or a local business network. Make sure that your whole process of that, any little brochures, any leaflets, anything, make sure it has a link to your landing page. Then you know you're going to capture. It's like going to a networking event and wanting business cards. Well, obviously that is a fairly old-fashioned way of looking at things now. We want a digital version of a business card, and we don't want too much confusion. The process is you're going straight with that link of that landing page that you've developed. You've designed your landing page. You know that it looks great. It's going to have your brand on it. It's going to have. It's not going to be too full of information. It's a simple exercise, because the exercise is then to go straight from the video that we've spoken about, our list. So we go from our landing page. We capture the emails, which will be on an automated system. Maybe there's a few we'll talk about, but let's say MailChimp. It will automatically from the landing page collect all the email addresses. That will have an automated system that it will then go out and do whatever we want to do. So it's our promotional activity. It will go from our email list and then it will go onto our network and on our process. So the process of that might be to gain an appointment, to continually just keep on sending information, the same as the video that I've issued here on the list. So the list then is this process of taking everything from the landing page and then automating the process through. So we are keeping in touch and we're collecting email addresses, we're communicating with our avatar. So this is the process, this is the wagon wheel. You can add lots and lots of spokes of your own onto that wagon wheel. I've just given you a few. It's a good exercise to try and think about any other promotional activity that you're doing. Maybe you're doing exhibitions. So if you are exhibiting in a local town to local businesses, or a residential exhibition, you make sure that your process is you send people to this landing page, because this is an automated system. it will capture their information, and then we will be able to keep, we will be able to rinse, we will be able to repeat, and we will be able to keep our ongoing client email list building and building and building and building, splitting off into customers, but forever, evergreen, keeping this process going all of the time and building towards it. And lastly, if we can still work it, what about our website? If you are getting traffic to your website, make sure there is a link on your website to capture the email. But mainly, every other medium that you're doing, landing page, landing page, landing page.